This is episode number 264 of the Middle Country Public Library podcast. Hello and welcome. Sal DiVincenzo here in the studio with my fabulous colleagues, Sarah Fade,
Hey.
Kaity Carmody.
Hello.
How's everyone doing this week?
Good.
Before we jump in with our segments, just a quick reminder of a program coming up in a couple of weeks. If you want to celebrate St. Paddy's Day, that weekend, St. Paddy's Day weekend, so this is March 19th, in our Selden building, is live at MCPL Bowie 34. They are a Irish folk band.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes, exactly. You know there's going to be a lot of fun. So celebrate St. Patrick's Day with the acoustic folk rock and Irish music of Bowie 34. So you can register for that online on our website. And again, it's Sunday, March 19th from 2 to 3:30 in our Selden building. Those shows are always a lot of fun. So definitely check that out if you are around. So with that out of the way, Sarah, why don't you go first this week? What are you going to talk about?
Okay. So, I talked about video games to movies last time
Yes.
because of The Last of Us. I love
Yes.
Pedro Pascal. So, I'm taking it one step further. Have you seen the show?
Not yet.
No,
Oh,
I'm not into zombies or what you're about to talk about. People
Okay.
turning into certain things.
Okay, so it's not really like a zombie thing, but so the premise is that there is a disease that's taking over and it's caused by a fungus, mushrooms.
Okay.
And I happen to love mushrooms, to eat them. So I thought, let's do a little dive into mushrooms, right? So, because they're kind of interesting. So there are a lot of mushroom fans out there, and this is from the mushroomcouncil.org.
There's a council for mushrooms, Sarah.
Oh, yeah, sure there is. So 5 fun mushroom facts. Ready? The life cycle of a mushroom is very unique, So they're fungi, and they grow differently than fruits and veggies, of course. So do you know how they begin their life, these little mushrooms?
No.
Do you know how?
They go to mushroom kindergarten.
Well, if you saw the show, you'd realize that they're spores.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the spores.
Spores. So when they germinate, they grow into a lacy, filament-like root network called mycelium.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
sounds very scary.
It is. And have you ever seen a mushroom grow in the wild?
Yes, well, I think we've all
Right?
seen mushrooms.
Well, that's
yeah.
just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. So what you cannot see is the underground network of mycelium that scavenges the soil for food because they're decomposers.
Oh,
Yeah. And they break down dead plants. They're not carnivores.
okay. So they don't eat the plants; they break down the dead plants.
Yeah, to recycle their nutrients.
Okay.
When mycelium is mature, it produces the mushroom, which then will spread its spores again. So that's how the life cycle of the mushroom happens.
Is that how the life cycle of the mushrooms on The Last of Us happens?
It's something to do with baking, and then they eat the. I don't know.
Oh.
Wait a
It's
second.
explained
So
in the
they
first episode.
Oh, so in the first episode, someone goes to a fancy restaurant. They get like the shiitake mushrooms.
I believe
They're
it started in South Asia, of
they're
course.
like, these are delicious. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden they're like, you know what? I feel kind of mushroomy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then they just it's just. You guys ever see the movie The Strain, the TV show The Strain, or read the books?
No.
Oh.
Okay, it's sort of similar. So their tongues turn into the mycelium, and then they're like, it's disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it takes science to grow mushrooms. Mushrooms flourish under precise conditions, believe it or not. Not just, Mushroom farms are typically indoors, not
Okay.
outdoors. So farmers can replicate nature's perfect conditions. Each variety of mushrooms prefer a certain amount of heat, humidity, and airflow. And I don't know if you guys know this, but my brother, he does farming.
He's got a farm, yeah.
And he said that it's very hard to grow mushrooms.
Really?
Yeah.
You would think it would be easy since they just sprout up on your lawn.
Yeah. Well, I guess certain types are.
Do you know what type of mushrooms he's actually trying to grow?
No, I think I asked him to grow a certain type. He's like, no.
Did you ask him to grow a funny mushroom?
No comment. Pro tip: mushrooms need good airflow, so never store them in a plastic bag. So when you get mushrooms that are cellophane,
Yes.
get the cellophane off
Oh, really?
them. Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a clean brown paper bag is preferred. Okay. Mushrooms produce vitamin D when exposed to UV light, but they don't need light to grow.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So unlike green plants that convert sunlight to food, right? We know this. The mushrooms gather nourishment from their growing medium called compost, which obviously we just discussed, the ground. So what do mushroom farmers use as their compost for these mushrooms? Straw, corn cobs, cocoa hulls, or oats.
Cocoa hulls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if in the locations in the farms where they do the cocoa beans, if they also do mushrooms as a secondary crop.
Well, they should. That'd
Right?
be
Makes
smart.
sense, right?
Yeah, yeah. Or they might sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mushrooms are grown in all 50 states, which is good, and they're gentle on the planet. They are one of the most sustainably produced food sources in the U.S.
Nice.
They use limited growing space, indoor growing, like we just said, and it can be composted. And they require very little energy. And they require less water than other crops.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so the other thing, 7 facts about mushrooms from, guess what website this is from? You'll never guess.
Is it
Well, you would.
mushroomworld.com?
Campbell's Soup Company.
Oh, of
Campbell's
course. Of course.
And they want you to know that mushrooms are truly fascinating. They have a variety of uses and ways in which you can cook them, which is what they're concerned about, right?
Of course.
They're not a vegetable or a fruit. They're a fungus, which they want you to know they can be deadly and tasty at the same time.
Yeah, see, that's what scares me about mushrooms. I
Yeah,
have to tell
no,
you,
yeah. Like we have a book here in the library about foraging for wild mushrooms, and I would not.
You wouldn't try
I would
right?
no way,
Oh.
no way, Jose. They have a wide range of health benefits, but are low in calories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know this. Ready? Portobello, button, and white, like cremini mushrooms,
Yeah.
they're all the same.
What do you mean they're all the same?
They're all the same. These 3 common varieties of mushrooms are all the same species, just at different levels of maturity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a mistake to think that these mushrooms are all completely different, which is not true. As mushrooms mature, they slowly lose their water content, making them the oldest version, portobello, the most flavorful.
Okay. So the less water, the most flavorful. More flavor.
Yeah, which is weird because I like button mushrooms, but they're little. And to think that they grow into anyway. Portobello mushrooms are filled with more nutrients than a banana.
Really?
That's interesting.
They contain more potassium than a banana. And 2 portobello mushrooms will give you half your daily niacin needs, which is interesting because I had low potassium at one time, and they told me to eat bananas. They should have told me to eat mushrooms.
They should have. And you like mushrooms, so it would have been like,
I know.
oh, well, this
I
is
don't
great.
like bananas. Some mushrooms can create their own wind. Not that wind, but
Yeah, I was going to ask, what are you talking about? They fart? No.
for years, people thought mushrooms moved around like other types of seed through excretion by mammals, which we know that. Wind blowing the seeds around or through the available water supply. But recent studies from Harvard, they know what they're doing, show that some mushrooms can actually generate their own wind, pushing themselves up to 4 inches up and sideways.
See, that's the scary Last of Us thing.
Yeah, which means they can slowly grow and develop a colony of mushrooms across a forest floor.
Can mushrooms grow up in somebody's nose?
You're dead. There is an edible mushroom that grows in the wild that really tastes like nearly identical to fried chicken.
Really?
Yes, it's called chicken of the woods. And it can be found across Europe and North America, mainly on oak trees, but it can be found on yew, cherry, and sweet chestnuts.
I want to try that.
Yeah. It has a Latin name, and it's bright in color and known to be succulent and soft with a fleshy middle, much like chicken. Ugh.
Nice.
Yes. However, if you manage to safely get some chicken of the wood, it's a great vegan alternative to chicken. There's bioluminescent mushrooms, which means they glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. I've never seen that. You can find glowing mushrooms all across the world, although mountainous regions tend to have more. And more than 2,000 new fungi are discovered each year. So The Last of Us can happen.
It can happen.
It can happen.
I mean, because they're finding new fungi, Yeah.
Has anyone ever heard of, it's called dead man's toes fungi?
That sounds disgusting.
It is exactly what you think it is. So I implore you to go take a look at it. But it actually looks like toes, and they're gray. If you looked at it, you would assume like there's a dead person in
Can
the
you
trees.
imagine you call the police and like, no, ma'am, that's just
Oh my
mushrooms.
goodness.
That's just fungi.
And are they edible?
I don't know. I'm gonna say no because that's probably where this
Yeah.
television show comes from. But yeah, it's very interesting.
Oh, my
very
goodness.
interesting fungi.
Dead man's toes. That's disgusting.
Yes.
So interesting.
You know, that was the original title of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Toes.
About fungi.
And here are some other fun facts from the American Mushroom Association.
You know, someone wrote that, okay, earnestly and passionately.
These are mushrooms double in size every 24 hours.
That's scary.
They are 90% water.
Okay.
Most popular mushroom is the white button, which you all know now, or portobellos.
Yeah.
Let's see. To clean mushrooms, brush off any debris with fingers or a damp paper towel, which I don't do. I just wash those suckers. I'm like, get any dirt off.
Yeah,
and I'm not it takes about 3 weeks to produce the first mushrooms to harvest. So that's it.
That's pretty
cool. Every mushroom harvested in the U.S. is harvested by hand.
Wow.
So you got to get those U.S. mushrooms.
That's why they're probably so expensive.
Yeah, I guess. In a lab, cereal grains are inoculated with mushroom spores and incubated until they develop into a spawn of mushroom seeds.
Oh, my goodness.
That does not sound good.
Not at all.
Anyway, so, there's some other things, but we'll put that in the show notes.
Yes.
And our new blog. That we're going to have.
Woohoo.
Yes, so it's
I know.
blog.mcplpodcast.com.
Yeah.
Very good.
Those
Sarah,
mushroom
what
facts.
is what's your go-to mushroom dish? I mean, what do you use the mushrooms for in your cooking?
Well, I know it's like criminal, but I do like canned mushrooms. They taste
Yes,
nothing.
okay.
No, they taste nothing like real mushrooms.
All right.
But it's like, I think I was talking with one, Miss Lori about Apollo. She works there. She was saying how she loves like this certain type of pizza with mushrooms because it was like canned mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
And it's true. I like canned mushrooms, but I like to saute them, and with a little bit of butter and olive oil and red pepper
nice.
flakes and
Yeah.
garlic. It's my favorite.
Nice.
And then with some, steak if you eat meat. But
Yeah.
if not, then I like to put them in some pasta with cheese.
Oh my goodness, yes.
No red sauce, just like
Yeah. Like a white sauce.
yeah. I mean, I really like mushrooms. Like I will just eat them if I saute them.
Nice.
Do you like mushrooms, Katie?
I'm not. Maybe like a mushroom and Swiss burger, or we could try this chicken one out and do like a buffalo chicken wing, like buffalo cauliflower kind of.
Mushroom
it.
thing, yeah.
Mushroom buffalo.
I don't know. That description freaked me out, though.
Yes.
Chicken of the woods.
Chicken of the woods.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so thanks, Sarah.
Sure.
Katie, what do you have for us this week?
Okay, I'm here to talk about your next great read for your child. So it is
Oh.
always kind of difficult, and we have tons of parents always come up to us, how do I find what I'm looking for? So a lot of what the school will tell you is the Fountas and Pinnell level. So that will be your A to Z level for your child. If you are looking for that, I completely understand. You can go right. I was like, ooh, Sarah's making a face here. I
Is
understand,
this a new thing?
No, this has been going on. Yeah. So basically, they grade each child on what level they should be reading at or what level they are reading at, and based on their grade where they should be.
Do they do this every year?
Yeah.
Do you know your child's Fontanelle level?
No.
Oh. How do you know this? They tell you?
Teacher. Yeah, your teacher
Oh, I
does
have to ask
go
the
over.
teacher?
Yes.
Oh, forget that. I'm not talking to the teacher.
That's fine. Listen, I agree with you. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. If you want to go
Wow.
based on that.
Okay. I just never heard of that before.
Yeah. Yeah. Fountas and Pinnell. There's other ways that you can base your child off of. That's what they use at Middle Country, though, is the Fountas and Pinnell level.
What's it called?
Fountas and Pinnell. It's A to Z.
Fontas, what?
Yeah.
That sounds like a fancy chocolate company, you know.
It does
Fountas
sound
and
like
Pinnell.
it.
You know, I'm very bad at
Yes.
odd print.
Well, that's
not
the
odd,
reason.
but-
Now you know why I wouldn't call a teacher.
Can I have the
Fountain?
my child's Fontapasapasan level? Thank you. What? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. So if you're looking for that, we do have it available on our website. You could just go to our school age tab, or just type in reading levels. They will give you a to Z list on what you're looking for. You can search by your letter, and go based on that. But if you're looking just based on what your child really is interested in, say they really love Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I highly recommend you use one of our databases that we have here. It is called Novelist. There's K-8. There's also moving up. That will tell you everything you want to know about your book. So if you're looking for read-alikes, your child loved the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you want to go based on what they like, you can type it on in. You would go Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It tells you what age range. It does not give you Fountas and Pinnell, so it's a little downer for you. But It will tell you the book's appeal. So if you want to find other books based on the book appeal, you can go there. And it's just a nice and easy tool for you to use. So if you're looking for a quick way to find something based on what they already read and you know they like, go there. But if you want those Fountas and Pinnell and pay attention to what's going on in school, we have that too.
Great. Awesome. So it's all on the website then.
All on our website.
I've used Novelist. I do like Novelist.
Me too. I do.
Yeah, because that also tells you if you have a book that you like, it tells you similar books, right? Is that what it does?
And author reader likes too.
Author.
So it does a variety of things, but I do like Novelist too. How do you pronounce that again?
Fountas and Pinnell.
So it's two different things, like two names.
Two names.
Yeah.
Fountas and Pinnell.
Probably
Yeah,
the
I don't
two
know the
people.
history, I'm
Probably,
sorry.
yeah, but probably. The
Okay,
two
so it's not
people who
one long. I thought it was like Fountas and Pinnell. Okay,
Yes, Fountas and Pinnell.
that's why I was like, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think, Katie, the short period of time that I was a children's librarian, there's a benefit of going up to, if you're a parent, going up to the librarian
Oh yeah.
and speaking with them about stuff like this instead of just kind of like randomly saying, oh, maybe my kid will like this, maybe my kid will like that.
Absolutely.
So they're all trained professionals.
Yes.
So, and they know everything about the fountain and Pinnell.
Fountain pens.
The
Yeah.
fountain pens. The Fitzpatrick.
But not
and
only that,
Pepsi.
but like, the librarians are also very aware of the collection instead of,
Absolutely.
there might be a hidden gem in there, like a series that the,
Exactly.
child would love that they wouldn't know about that
Exactly.
librarian would.
Great. Well, thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
And
for having me
you.
again.
Yes, well, it's great to have you down here, and it's great that we've done another episode here at the podcast. And if you want to listen to those older episodes or read our show notes, you can visit our website, mcplpodcast.com, for our expanded show notes. And eventually all the show notes are going to be there. It's blog.mcplpodcast.com.
All those show notes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly, Sarah. That's right. You said you wanted to do it.
Well, current and future show notes.
Yes, current and future show notes. Yes.
Yes.
We won't have you go back and
There's no back
transcribe
catalog.
everything. No back catalog. Yes, but they're always there on our feed. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like button and hit subscribe. We'd love to get up to 1,000 subscribers by, I don't know, 2050 maybe? Yes.
Right.
But that would be fantastic. Yes, so we have 977 subscribers. So we're very close.
Yeah.
We're very close. So just do it. Hit the subscribe button because we have, besides us, there's other wonderful things on there. We got History Bites. We got some older kids programs. We have older adult programs, take and makes, all that good stuff. It's on our channel. So hit subscribe, check it out, and it'll be great. So thank you so much for listening. For Sarah Fade and Katie Carmody, I'm Sal DiVincenzo. We'll see you on the next show.